Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I just want to show you a few little bits and pieces that I picked up from the charity shops in the UK. When I was there, I only had hand luggage, so I could only go in and pick up little bits, so I had to be really good. Now I picked up this as well, which was, it's called Fancy Yarn. Now I've tried to get some of this for a long time, and I'm so pleased that I got it in white, because I'm going to try and sort of like colour it with a little bit of ink in a minute, just my Liquitex one, and I'm going to do the muted grey just a little bit, because it's sort of like a purpley colour, which is quite nice. So I got this, and this cost me, I think it was only like not a euro, a pound for 50-gram ball. So I'm going to try that in a minute, but first of all I just want to show you little bits and pieces. Now I did go to the works, which I got some double-sided tape, so that's really exciting. But it's only a pound for a packet, and that's 30 meters. So I got that, and then I got 3 of them for, I think it was £2 in there, but I don't have any, so I thought I'd pick that up while it was quite cheap there. So that's the only thing I sort of like bought in a shop. These little bits I picked up, so I had a little rummage, which is lovely. Now these are like little tiles. Now I have seen these before, but these were a pound from the RSPCA, which is the Royal Society of Protection of something animals, I think, something like that. It's an animal one anyway, but they are lovely. They're like little tiles, and I think I'm not sure whether they're self-adhesive or not. You guys have probably used these before, but they're tiny little ones, and I just thought they would look really nice on little projects of some sort, I am sure. So I got those, and then I got these. Now these were like 70p each in the charity shop, and I just love sort of like all these little bits and pieces just to pop into my stash. So we've got sort of like 2 different sort of golds there and a silver thread, so they are lovely. I picked up this bias binding as well, and the reason I picked it up was actually for the little label, because I thought I might sort of like scan that in and use that as like a little bit of ephemera, which is nice because it says made in Great Britain, which is lovely. Now I do like this. I might actually use this. I'm not quite sure how old it is, but it looks a bit grubby, doesn't it? But I think I might actually use that on some projects or something. But that was exciting. That was 49p, so that wasn't too bad, was it? And then I bought this little bag. I just thought this little bag was so cute, don't you think? Because it's all these lovely old sequins on there, with this really lovely little beaded handle, and I just thought that was so pretty. So it was only a couple of pounds, I think, on there, so I thought I'd get that. And then these weren't in it, they were separate, but I just think because it's really quite old and it's got like a little pocket in there, so I thought I could, you know, just hang that up and use it as decorative. So that was lovely. I don't know, I might make a little journal or something to actually go inside this, because I think that's so lovely. Okay, and then I got some buttons. So these are beautiful. These were £2. So these are just some beautiful little white. They got some lovely little shell buttons in there as well. Can never have too many buttons. Then some more here. These were 75p. So look, they're lovely. And then this one is some little flatback gems, little flatback pearls. So I don't know, they were 99p, but you can never have too many little bits and pieces in your stash, can you? And then I got some purple buttons, which are lovely. I don't have purple buttons, so I got those as well. So they were 75p, so they were exciting. Then I got some fabric. This was like a little bundle together, so I picked that up, and this was really quite cheap. I think it was like a pound for the whole lot, but look at that, that's lovely. I need to pop it all into the wash and get that all nice and clean, but that's lovely. Look, it's got little butterflies all over it, and there's quite a lot there. So we've got that one, we've got some plain blue, which is quite nice, because I don't have any of that colour. And then I've got this piece, which is really soft, but that's quite funky, isn't it? I quite like that. It's got some real good texture to it as well. So I thought that would make a really lovely sort of like journal cover, even for like a little like art journal or something, isn't it? It's really, really nice. I quite liked that. So that's a little bit. And then this piece came in the package, in the little bag, and it's sort of like got a little bit of, you know, it's like a bit quilted on there. So somebody's done a little bit of quilting on this. But I thought these would be quite nice to do a little bit of slow stitching on there. So that was nice. I got that. Then this is probably a little bit of curtain fabric. And then a little bit of sort of like netting, blue netting. So that is as exciting as I got, which I could have bought a lot more if I had my suitcase, but I didn't. So there are all the little bits that I squeezed into my hand luggage. But I think I will just make, like a little journal to pop in there. Just a really pretty little journal, I think. And some buttons. So there we go. How exciting was that? Now, the other thing I got, oh actually I didn't, I got some copper tape. Now this is to stop your slugs going in up your pot and eating all your little plants. But I'm going to do some, this is flux in here. I've put it in there because it was a bit sort of like greasy. I'm going to do some decorative soldering. Because I got little soldering iron, so I just need to get a little bit of copper wire. So that is sort of like a project that I would like to do, to try out, because I've never done decorative soldering before, so I'm going to have a go at that. So I thought I might do a little video, just something a little bit different. And I got these bits. Now this was the key to my room, and it's wood. So I was given 2 keys, so I only gave 1 back, which was a bit naughty, but I loved it. So I thought I'm going to use that as a little embellishment in one of my journals. And then we've got this little wooden spoon, which I might pop into my tea time journal. And a bag. So these are going to be to go into the sort of like my eclectic journal, Josh, I mean. So I've got those little bits and pieces. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get some ink out. I'm just going to pop a little something down on here. Maybe pop some gloves on and just colour some of this, if I can undo that from there, just to see what it comes out like, and then maybe you can use that in a project as well. But I just want to see if it will come out nicely and colour nicely, because it's just lovely, isn't it? I do like this like eyelash trim you've got, because you can just like bundle it up and then pop like a little embellishment in the middle of it. So I'm going to just try and do that. So I'm just going to be back 2 seconds while I pop something down to protect my desk. Okay, so what I've got a little cutting mat in a plastic bag, and I've just popped a little bit of white paper on there so I can see what I'm doing. So I've got my yarn there. I'm going to do 3 different colours actually. I'm going to do the burnt umber, I'm going to do the muted pink, and I'm going to do the muted grey. And what I thought I would do, I've got these little plastic bags that I had. Instead of sort of like throwing them away, I can't remember what was in them, I'm going to pop a little bit of ink in each one and then add the yarn in and then just scrunch it up and see if that will work. But the first thing I'm going to do is just take a few little sort of lengths of this. I'm not going to do too much. Where's my scissors? Just take a few little bits like that, and then I'm going to just pop it into the bag and scrunch it up and just see if I make a big mess or not. But I do like this. I'm going to do some burnt umber. Oops, 1, 2, 3, because I think a little bit of the brown would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Now I've got this little bits and pieces off there. Just wondering whether I should wet it first or not. So what do you think? Shall I just pop a little bit of water in there? I do have some gloves to that I can take it out with, so I don't want too much. This is just water in here, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water in there, and then oops, I can't put that down. Let's just open this up. Oh my gosh. That's really, ooh, that's pretty stuck. I don't want it too dark, so I only want a little bit. Oh my golly, here we go. Josh, I mean, because it colours, it's so strong. The pigment in there is quite strong, so let's just add that. I'm going to pop that in there like that. I just thought this might be an easier way, so I won't get so grubby. Might need a little bit more in there, I think. Because I was being a bit frugal on that one, wasn't I? So let's pop a little bit more. A little bit of water. I suppose you could probably leave this in there. Okay, so that's 3 drops in there I've popped, and some water. And let's see if that's enough. Actually, that's, because I don't want it to be, I don't want lots of ink left over, if you know what I mean. So it's all just, oh look how pretty that is. Just enough so the yarn will sort of like soak up everything that's in there. Do you know what I mean? Let's pop another. Okay, so that's 6 drops. Let's just put another little drop of water in there. What do you reckon? Enough? Scrunch it up without getting lots of ink on my hands. Okay, right, I'm going to leave that one in there for a minute while I do the next one. It's quite a nice colour, isn't it? So I think I'm going to pop this in first and then add on top of it. I think as well I should really wet this first. I think because you need the water for it to sort of like evenly soak up the ink. So let's pop that in there and let's try and wet that a little bit. Yeah, I think I would probably just go and run this under the tap and wet it properly, like I normally do with the sort of like seam binding and stuff like that. So let's add a little bit more. Right, pop that down. Let's see if I can, this one's easier. Oh my golly. Oh, there we go. There's like a little rubber bit on there and I think it sort of like gets a bit stuck. Right, 1, 2, 3, oops. That's quite a few. Pop that down. There we go. Oh, this is such an easier way of colouring, isn't it? Because I don't want to, this seam binding when you roll it up into your hands is fine, but because this has got like little fibres on, I don't want them to all sort of like knot up. So I think this is probably the best way to do it. Oh, that's really pretty. Just going to add just a little bit more water in there. Another 2 drops of ink, I think. Give it a squash. Lovely. Okay, let's just give this a little rub around. So you've still got some liquid in there. Okay, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Okay, should we do the next one? It's my little bag. So you can recycle all these little bags, can't you? So if you've got some little bags like these ones, so all of these little bits that like these buttons came in, you never know when you're going to use the plastic bags. Instead of sort of like throwing them away or recycling them, you know, as long as you don't have a great pile of them, it's quite nice because you never know when you're going to use them. Well, that's my excuse anyway. That's why I collect so much stuff. So many bits and pieces I have are just in case pieces, aren't they? If you're like me, might need that just in case. Might need that box just in case. So, while I was away, Andy did say, shall I get rid of some of the little boxes in your room? Recycle? I did have to laugh because I think he thinks I've got lots of stuff in here. There we go. I'm going to just open this one. Oh, that's easier to open. So this is just the burnt umber. Burnt umber, I think it is, yes. So I don't want this to be too dark. Let's see. Oops. This is quite nice. This would look nice in a nature journal, wouldn't it? So like little birds' nests and stuff like that you could make with that. I think that would look really pretty. Well, not pretty, but would look like a little bird's nest, wouldn't it? And just one more drop on there. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Let's give that a little shake up. It's not very even, this one. Let's pop a little bit more water in there. Oops. Okay. Lovely. So you get the idea, don't you? Like this. So just pop it in a little bag. Because like I said, I don't want the little fibres to get all tangled. But I am loving this. Right, I'm going to take this out. Do you think I should really put my gloves on? Let's just see. So I will wash that out. Oh, look. I'm going to... Maybe I should put... Look at me, I'm going to get covered in... Pop a little bit of kitchen paper down, really, shouldn't I? Take some of that colour out. Let's just hope it will stay. Oh, I quite like that. I will take these out, see what they look like. I will go and pop them out into the garden because we do have a little bit of sunshine today. It's been a bit funny old weather, but it's warm out. It's nice and warm. So let's just pop these bits down. Squash that up. Take that out. Pull that out gently. I'll give that one a wash as well. Oh, I do like the pink. That's pretty, isn't it? There we go. And then I can use the kitchen paper for something, can't I? Oops. There we go. Oh, I hope they're not going to get too tangled. But let's see. See when they're dry. Okay guys, I'm going to go and just pop these outside. Love the colours though. They're really, really lovely colours. So that one was, let me do the lid out before I spill it everywhere. That one was transparent burnt umber, which is the brown. And then the middle was muted pink, which is a beautiful colour, isn't it? And this is the muted grey, which is very purpley, isn't it? I wouldn't call that muted grey. But I'm going to... They're quite dry, actually. Oh, I do like that. Okay, I'm going to dry them off and then I can handle them a bit better. So I'll be back. 2 secs. Okay guys, so this came out absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving the colours. They're really, really pretty. And just a few minutes blowing in the wind dried them off lovely. Look at that. So that is the burnt umber, which is just beautiful, isn't it? It's come out a lot lighter, but it is just taken the colour, because obviously it was white like this one. It's just taken the colour beautifully. This was the muted grey, which is again, which was the beautiful purpley colour, which, because I did it in the bag, look, these haven't tangled up at all. It just looks beautiful, and this is the muted pink, which are lovely, and I like all the colours together. They look really, really lovely, don't they? So there we go, guys. These aren't quite dry yet. These took seconds to dry in the wind, but these I'm going to keep because I can use these to sort of like do a little bit of collage or something with those. It's a shame to throw those away, so I'm going to pop those out the way and let them dry. I've got a little spool here. I've got a couple of different ones, so I think I'm going to I'm not going to do too much of the same colour, because, you know, I can just, because it dries and you can make them so quickly, I can just make some little colours as I go along, whatever I need. So look at that, how lovely. So that's ready to use. Then we will have a little bit of the purple on this one. Oopsie daisy, like that. I need to get some more of these spools. I use so many of these, but I just love them. Look at that. It's like a little fairy caterpillar, doesn't it? Just fabulous. Not sure whether this will sort of like flatten them or tangle them. I'm not quite sure, but we will find out. Look at that. Oh, so decorative. And then we've got the lovely brown. So, do you know what I mean? I just think this would look really nice in your journals, or in my journal, as a lovely sort of like textural piece. It's very sort of like tactile, isn't it, when it's all sort of like fluffy and furry. But I think that looks lovely. So there we go, guys. That is the 3 colours, which are beautiful. And then this is just a pile of little bits, little odds and ends, really. That's all they are. Some lovely little buttons, just little bits that you pick up here and there. But I think I will scan that in and use that as a little bit of ephemera. So there we go, guys. I thought I would just show you what I got, and I just wanted to colour this because I think that's really nice. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.